Welcome, everybody, to Casting for Two, the podcast, as always, hosted by me, Chris. Welcome, everybody, to episode number 346. I don't know why I just had a brain fart. Hi, everybody. Of course, I have a great episode for you guys today with a wonderful guest. Just a huge pleasure chatting with my guest. But you know what? First, I got to shop that talking that shop. If you would like to follow me on my various social media accounts, I am on Instagram and Twitter, both at Casting for Two. However you're listening to this podcast, whether it be Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Radio Public, or the website, castingfor2.com. However you're listening to it, feel free to drop a review. Let me know how I'm doing. And it helps the show, I've been told. So, yeah, if you want to do that, I'd super appreciate it. And I'm happy we're finally in September. It's the 9th month of the year, and that is a fun fact. I don't know if you guys knew that. But yeah, the year's coming up to an end. It's crazy. It's crazy how time flies. But you know what? This intro can't fly anymore. I don't know what that means. I should talk about my guest. My guest is a wonderful actress from Vancouver, Parveen Dosanjh, and she was so delightful to chat with. Just I don't have any words. I just really enjoyed my chat with Parveen, and she's on the Netflix show Another Life, which go ahead, check it out, please. But yeah, I gotta stop talking because I want you guys to listen to this episode with the wonderful Parveen. All right, so sit back, relax, and Chris, cue the music, please. Are you having a chill day so far?
You know what? I think that's a pretty loaded question. I'm in the middle of doing a big wedding event for like a really close friend. So yeah, I was running around all morning doing a lot of stuff. So yeah, it's been fun. It's been a hectic week, but it's been really fun.
So are you like in the wedding party, the maid of honor?
I am.
Okay.
Yep, I am. I have maid of honor life. I have another one in a few weeks. It's kind of funny. But
okay.
How are you? How is your day going?
I mean, I'm not a groomsman or a best man, so I'm doing pretty good.
Good.
Yeah, it's so funny because I mean, I not to brag, but I've been in my fair share of wedding parties. But
yeah.
It's just amazing on how much responsibility the groomsmen and the best people have to do, and when you get at it, you don't realize all this. Well, I mean, I didn't.
Yeah, no, I didn't realize how much work it would really be, but it's been a lot for sure. So, but it's good, yeah.
And so, let me ask this: how much sleep are you getting?
Not much. That is the problem. Not much. We got home at like 5 a.m. yesterday, 5 a.m. the night before. Every single night has been a really late night and then an early morning. It's like a big Indian wedding, too, on top of it.
So, okay.
Yeah. Every single night is a big event, yeah.
So on a non-wedding duty kind of day, how much sleep do you need to feel like you can function throughout the day?
I need about 6 hours.
Okay. I think that's fair.
I need about 6 hours, and I'm good. I don't get too much sleep anyways, but 6 hours if I'm lucky. and then I'll be like at the gym right fresh in the morning, and I'll be in my routine. So it'll be really nice, but this week's just the exception. Yeah.
And that's your normal routine is gym in the mornings? Working out?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Straight meditation, gym in the morning, and then get on with the day, whatever the day may bring, right?
How long have you been meditating?
How long? I mean, kind of my whole life.
Oh, okay.
My dad is a yoga instructor, which is kind of crazy, and he has been for like 25 years. So he kind of taught me when I was younger, and I would like fall into it, and then I wouldn't, and then I just kind of tapped back into it as soon as I started acting again. I was like, I need to meditate. There's like so much to let go of, you know?
Yeah.
So you have to kind of like get in that state and just let things go. So I've been doing it now for a while, and every day I have to, otherwise I kind of go crazy.
No, because a friend of mine, says that it's changed, the way she thinks and all that. And I'm so interested in having an outer body experience with it.
Yeah.
But, the impatient person in me is like, it didn't work once. I give up.
Yeah.
But I know it's something you have to work towards.
Absolutely. Have you tried the guided ones?
No.
Those ones will help you.
I joined Headspace, and that's what I've been doing.
Right.
A little bit. I'm still in the beginner mode, but yeah, it's definitely I'm still in that stage where clear your thoughts, and then I'll hear, a car drive by, and immediately I'm like, oh, there's a car outside?
Well, you have to just take it in and then let it pass. That's the trick, I think. But no, you'll get to that point, and then you'll be like, as soon as you keep practicing, you'll just be like, okay, I have to do this, because it's actually like a much nicer state to be in than even our hustle and bustle of life, I think. But you'll get there. It'll be good.
And you mentioned that, you use meditation for your acting. Is it so I'm assuming, you're the type of person to bring, like, who needs to get out of a character's headspace before you can just be you? Is that why?
I don't think so. I don't think so much getting out of the character's headspace. I think just like really grounding myself. I think, that's a term that's used, I guess, in a variety of ways. But just really honing in to my inner truth, I think. And then, yes, if I'm going to try to change states to be in a character, I audition a lot, right? So I had 3 auditions yesterday, for example. But to each of those, you're bringing something different. And I think just like honing in with your deepest part. And then what I like to do before going into an audition is changing my state to like suit that character. The state can just be like my emotional state, or kind of trying to hone into that, which really helps, because then you're not focusing on like the lines or anything like that. I don't need to like meditate afterwards. I can just drop it and go on with it. But yeah. I think just kind of letting the day go and getting into 3 different characters and stuff like that, it helps you just connect with yourself. But,
you're doing all that and wedding stuff at the same time.
I know. Yesterday was like a really crazy day.
My gosh. You, when all this is done, I feel like you're going to pass out for a couple days.
So I feel already. There's 10 events. It's crazy. But yeah, it's good. It's actually kind of good that I had that, because it keeps you focused still. You don't drink too much. You don't like do anything else too much, because you have to focus on your work. So
right. Yeah. There was this point where, when my sister was getting married, we, my family and I, were down here for the wedding.
Right.
And I was a young man at the time and hanging out with my parents. And I remember being so frustrated because every 5 minutes my mom's phone would ring, and it was, of course, wedding related. And it was the Vanessa Carlton, 1,000 Miles song.
Oh yeah.
that was her ringtone. Exactly. Oh my god. And so I just have flashbacks. I even told my mom, you need to change that ringtone, because I can't take it anymore.
Oh
and
my
of
gosh,
course
that's
I look
awesome.
like the jerk, but still, it's like just hearing that is just torture to me now.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. That's funny.
Thank God for just everyone uses vibrate. So
Thank, thank God, or silent.
yeah,
Yeah.
silent. Yeah,
Oh,
what are
that's really
ringtones?
cute.
Um,
Oh, it's a good memory to have them.
but so this is a loose show, as you can tell,
Yeah, yeah,
where
yeah.
it's all about weddings. We're talking about weddings, dream
Yeah,
weddings,
exactly.
destination weddings, all the wedding talk.
All the wedding talk. Yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah.
but I'm curious. When did you? I like when people talk about the bugs that they catch. So in your case, when did you know? When did you catch the acting bug, and when did you want to pursue it?
Oh man, I think like when I was younger, I even in high school, I did some background work. I had like a little background agent that would get me these little
Mm,
gigs, and I would go to
yeah.
set, and I would love to. I was really intrigued actually to watch the actors work, and I was like, how do I become a part of this? But I think I did. I was an athlete, so I was training really hard for track at the time.
Mm,
And then I just assumed that I'm going to go, like, I'm going to have my track scholarship. I'm going to go to school. And I did. Um, and was going to, I wanted to be a doctor, actually, originally. That's what I was in my head. That's what I
mm.
kind of planned out. I wanted to help people. My brother and sister actually both became doctors. And they're way older than me. And I kind of saw their path, and I was like, I don't know, actually, if I want to do this anymore. It was like a lot, right? It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And then while I was in university, I was doing my degree in kinesiology, but I would take like these performance study classes as my electives, which
Mm,
was which was kind of interesting, and I loved it. I'd have to get signed in through like the theater, instructors, and just to even take the classes, and I loved it. So it was weird. It was just kind of always there. And then as soon as I actually graduated, I started my own business, and I was doing that. I just was like, oh, I'm really not satisfied. Like, there's nothing that's satisfying me. I'm like, I was looking, so I went like searching for my passion, and I started doing all these different things, and I started taking more acting classes, and I just was like, I'm going to do it. I was like, I'm going to do it. I actually went to a conference, and I was like, burn the boats. I'm just going to drop everything, and I'm just going to go all in. And it has been a crazy journey for sure,
yeah.
obviously. You know how it is as struggling actors, but it's, I wouldn't change it for the world. I never look back, even if like someone was like, go back to that or do this. And I'd be like, no, I really love it. I'm really loving what I do. So I think no one can really take that away from me, right? If you're really passionate about something. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
background actors always,
yeah,
or background acting in general, always has a special place in my heart because
yeah,
when I graduated film school, I was like, okay,
yeah,
yeah, here's your degree. Okay,
yeah.
what do I do now? Well, I don't know.
Right,
That's up to you.
right. Now what? Now what? Yeah, yeah.
And so obviously I was just, well, I need to get on set, obviously, and I would apply
Mhm.
everywhere, and
Mhm.
there was this thing where, oh, we don't need any PAs, but we need extras, and I was just
Right.
like, sign me up, I'll get on set. um
Oh,
and so I did a little bit of it, and for a TV show and also Friends projects. But me being the weirdo, I would be like, what if I could just like have some sort of action in the background that nobody will see, but it'll be fun for
right.
me to do for like 12 hours.
Yeah.
So during a shoot, like I would mime that I was going through a breakup and just started crying through takes, just because
Oh,
why not?
why not?
Yeah,
Yes, that's good. Great practice.
and I just felt, if nobody sees this, great, but if like the editor who's going through footage or the director and was like, what's that guy doing in the background, and
Yeah.
then you know what, that's fine with me.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. I'll be the interesting background person. Right.
Exactly.
That's
but
awesome.
but
That's
yeah, no, I
awesome.
never went anywhere from that because they.
Yeah. Are you still doing it? You're still acting?
No, no. I always describe myself as the best worst actor you'll ever meet. Like if somebody were like, "Hey, do you want to act in my project?" Yeah, sure, no problem.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I always feel comfortable being the sidekick of the sidekick.
Right, right. Okay,
Yeah,
okay. I
I
get that.
I have no desire to like. I'll just say the funny line, get in and get out. That's what I like to do.
That's awesome. Well, that's good. At least you know that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
my thing was more behind the camera. I like
right,
editing and writing, so that's what I try to do more.
right. Good, good. That's well, and you have a great voice. So
Well,
what you're
thank
doing right
you.
now is great for this. I noticed that right when you called. I'm like, whoa.
You
Yeah,
know,
that's the interview voice.
you know, but I don't know when this episode's going to come out, but right now, you know, over 340 episodes, nobody's ever complimented me on my
Wow.
voice.
What? Are you
Yeah,
serious?
yeah.
Oh my gosh. No, you haven't.
Well,
Right when you called. It's like, yep,
I appreciate, you know, it's my normal voice, and I appreciate that.
that's
Um,
awesome.
is there are you able to watch you when you like you know you do a show and you
Mm,
watch the show? Are you able to see you or the project?
yes, I
Okay.
am. I am now. I was uncomfortable with it at the beginning. I think everyone naturally is a little uncomfortable hearing their own voice or
Hmm.
watching themselves on camera. But I mean, the amount of self tapes that I've done is ridiculous.
Mm.
So I
Mm.
have to watch them back. I have to make sure I'm hitting certain beats, and you just really get used to it. And I will. Like I do watch it, and I've only watched. Actually, I haven't binge watched the whole entire season of Another Life yet. I'm taking my
Mm.
time with it, but watching it's different. I'm totally different in that show than I am in real life, which is really interesting for me to watch. And even my friends that have seen it are like, "Oh my gosh, you're so different in the show than in real life." And I'm like, "Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
kind
that's
of
acting.
cool. Like
It's
I like,
acting.
yeah, that's acting, that's acting." And I actually kind of enjoy it because I'm able to finally just transition and be less subjective and more objective. Do you know what I
Right.
mean? Instead of
Yeah.
criticizing yourself so much, I'll just be like, okay, let's just watch this as the character is there. So yeah, it's kind of
It
cool. It's different, but yeah, I
the
had to get used to it for sure.
the reason why I asked is just because you know you mentioned my voice, which is very nice again. But
Yeah.
it's this weird thing that I have where you know in the projects I've done I have to edit the episodes that I do. I'm never like, oh, that's me. That's a guy. That is guy,
Right.
some guy, and
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
that guy asked you know, he's a pretty good question there. All
He's
right,
good.
yeah,
Exactly. He's on point.
I
He's
wish I
on
was
point.
this guy. But yeah, no, it's so easy for me to just disconnect myself from the thing.
Yeah, that's great though, and that's what we want, right? Like that's the best thing to have. So that's great. I'm
Um,
glad.
well, thank you, oh, I'm
Yeah.
glad you're able to watch your performances.
Thank you.
But
Yeah.
let's talk about the show, Another Life,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
show that you're on, the show
Hmm.
that you did. What was the process like for getting that project?
A lot. Actually, it was when I read that I like had a weird feeling about that one. It was weird, and the night before I had that audition, I was like, I had a dream about it, which was really weird, and I was like, I'm just gonna go and I didn't play her as I did so much in the show. I think she read a bit more of like studious in the show, and when I auditioned for it, I was just more myself. I was a little bit more casual,
Mm-hmm.
um, but yeah, I mean, I went and I auditioned, and I think it was like maybe a week or two later that I heard back, and my agent called me and he's like, "We got this offer," and I was like, "Yes, yes, yes, let's do it," because I had been auditioning a lot at that point,
Yeah.
and so it was nice to just know that I was going to have, steady work, and also I loved the project, and it's Netflix, like a Netflix original. I'm like, yes, I will definitely be on this series. I was really happy about it. Really excited, actually.
it, it's amazing to see how that title, Netflix original, has just become synonymous with filmmakers and actors versus maybe like 10 years ago, Netflix original. That's I don't want to do that. So it's cool to see that.
Yeah, it really is, and they really, all the originals are just amazing now. So I don't know, to be a part of that is really cool. It's one of the biggest companies in the world, right? Like it's massive, and I love that everyone has access to it. So yeah, it's cool. It was a really big deal for me. So that was nice, and to be able to kind of carry it throughout. Like I've never been in every episode of a show.
Yeah.
8 out of 10 or whatever it was, but to be able to do that was really exciting for me and fun. And then, I mean, now it's out, so now there's hype. But at the time, like I was excited, right? And now it's like all my friends are excited. But yeah, it's interesting.
And where did you shoot the show?
We shot it in Langley, British Columbia.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I went to school in BC, and I love talking with BC actors because they all, every actor there is different, but they're all the same because they're all connected through projects. Like when I saw that you did, Arrow and Supergirl, it's like, oh my gosh, I love actors that do those roles.
Yeah, like all the CW,
it just, I don't know, I always get a smile on my face just because I just like, oh man, I wish I was up there just, circulating. And I remember I was searching your name and, it had other actresses and, none that you're, I don't know if you could know or anything like that. But then, some of the people who I went to film school with, they were there, and I was just, it's all one big circle.
It really is, and we are so lucky. Like our community is amazing. Everybody supports each other. We have like a group of women actually, and we do this. We'll do like a get together once every couple months, and it's all female actresses, and everyone's just like super supportive and loving, and we show up to auditions. I'll see all of these girls every audition, and it's all love. Like nobody cares about. There's no competition. It's all out the window, and I think I don't know if it's like. I've heard that it's like rare to have that, but Vancouver really does have that, and it provides that for us. So it's cool, and it is actually smaller than we think. Like there's a lot of the same faces you'll see every single day. So it's really cool. Yeah.
Because I have some buddies that do work behind the scenes, and my buddy Bobcat is the best assistant locations manager in the business, and he's just like every project, everybody knows him, and he's a character. So
that's so nice. Yeah, that's how it is, right? And everybody, I mean, everybody knows everyone. So it's really cool. It's really supportive. I love that. You're in Oregon right now?
I wish. No, I'm in Texas.
Oh, you're in Texas.
Yeah.
Oh, you're in Texas.
Yeah. I lived in Oregon. That's where I consider my home. But I'm currently in San Antonio right now.
But I love Texas. San Antonio's fun as well.
It's okay. It's okay. The thing that I miss is seasons.
Right.
Yeah, it's always hot and humid here, and I haven't worn jeans in years. It's all just shorts.
Are you serious? It's always shorts? Oh,
yeah.
I see. I prefer that to the rain.
Oh, I miss the rain. I was my buddy was going to Seattle, and I said, "Look, there's only one outfit you need to wear. You need to wear a hoodie. You need to wear shorts. You need to wear sandals. That is Pacific Northwesterner in a nutshell.
Yeah.
And leave the umbrella. Yeah, leave the umbrella at home because you're gonna look like a tourist." And he was just laughing, and I go, "I'm dead serious."
Yeah. Yep. I know. I'm so used to it. I'm not crazy about the weather for sure. But yeah, you're lucky. You just take it in. Just be grateful.
You know, we'll switch spots then. We can switch spots. There's a good acting community down here.
Is there in Texas?
Sure, in Austin.
I'm sure there is. Yeah.
But you were talking about, you know, doing a lot of auditions before you got the show. I'm curious, has there been a time where, you know, you're looking for work, you get a character, you're not really connecting with the character at all, but you gotta you gotta go in there anyway because, you know, work. Has that happened to you?
Yeah, I think when you're starting out, like a lot of just the one-line roles and the acting roles, it's a process, right? It's like you do the actor roles and the principal roles and the guest star roles and the recurring guest star, whatever, series regular. But I think it's a little harder to do those ones when you're going in for one line and you don't really get to develop. I mean, you can choose your quirks and choose how you're going to deliver a line. But yeah, there's been a couple, I think, like that in my past that I was like, okay, I just can't do this anymore. I just need to start going up for bigger things. So then that's what we did. And it's just a conversation with your agent because you want to be able to connect with the character. You want to still feel fulfilled if you're doing it, right? So, so yeah, that only happened to me maybe a couple times a few years ago, and now it's not like that anymore. I try to find the connection, and if it's not there, I just won't read for it. But yeah. Okay. I think connection to the material is important though for every actor.
Yeah. Okay.
Because if I'm not connecting, there's going to be someone else there that's way better for the job, right?
Right.
So I would rather have that person have it. That would be theirs, not mine. But yeah.
And so, if there's one thing I love on the podcast, it's a good horror story. And I'm wondering if you have an audition horror story, whether it be, you know, something went wrong or awkwardness. I love them.
Oh my gosh, I probably have so many horror stories. Like, okay, I'll tell you one story. I have a problem like playing a reporter, like reading down the barrel. Yeah.
Okay.
Like it's a thing. It's in my head. I don't know what it is, and I actually had to go to set last minute one day, and I had to play a reporter, and there was all this dialogue, and I was like, no, I don't play a reporter. I'm like, I cannot do this. I don't want to do this. And they're like, just do it. Like, they really need you. I was doing a favor for a casting director, and I was like, oh my gosh, okay, fine, I'll just go in. And yeah, I was falling apart. Like, I was falling apart, and I was trying to read down the barrel, and I was like, I'm so frustrated. I was just like so not in myself. But then as soon as I kind of relaxed into it, it was fine. But it's like, it's just the mental thing. Like, if you get in your head, they say, like, get in your head and you're dead. It's the truth. Like, I cannot focus on the words. You can't focus on anything like that. It's just like being there, being present, and just like being relaxed is the number one thing. It's like a big lesson learned for me, for sure. I was like, I really just have to be relaxed and not doubt myself, because, like, you know, we do all this training and we do this. So, but yeah, that was probably close to like 5 years ago, and it was I felt really shitty for a while, but I was like, okay, I'm gonna get through. And then you do. But yeah, it was a horror story for sure. I was embarrassed.
I mean, they're telling you to do something that is you're not supposed to do. So I get it.
Yeah. And it is different. There's something different about reading down a barrel than having a connection to another person, right? And like reporters are great at it. But yeah, it's different for me. But I actually haven't gone out for a reporter role because I just don't want to now after that experience. And I don't know. Maybe I will in my future, but yeah, it kind of scarred me for a little while.
I'm sure there's a reporter role out there that is tailor-made for you. That doesn't do any reporting, but you know what? Exactly. They're still a reporter.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah.
But for the people at home who would like to keep up with you online, see the projects that you're on, or any upcoming wedding photos that you're going to appear in.
Okay, so I have this huge thing with like social media. I've always been, I don't know, insecure about it maybe, and just not. I'm really private with my life, but I just started posting on Instagram. I know I'm like 10 years late, but I have started, and that is really my only social media that I am in control of. So it's p.dosanjh, Dosanjh. And yeah, I'm starting to post, and it'll be, I'm learning through it, and it's going, and I'm trying to fix my social media phobia that I have, but getting through it. So that's what I have online, and that's really it. I don't have Twitter or anything else.
The important thing about social media is that to appreciate the lovers and forget the haters.
Yeah, that's true. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Appreciate the lovers, forget the haters.
Yeah, because people will hate for no reason, and they just trying to rile people up. So it's like meh.
Right. Yeah. Are you? You're very active on the social media.
I have to be, yes.
You have to be. I know most people in this business are. Most people in this business have to be, and I have to be as well. But okay, so give me one more piece of advice for it.
Dogs, animals, puppies.
I'm gonna post my doggy.
There we go. Yeah, no, people love dogs, especially. I mean, it might just be me, but I love a good corgi photo. That's just me.
Me too. Well, wait till you see my puppy. Yeah, he is very, very cute. He's a Pomsky. He's a half husky, half Pomeranian. So he looks like a little miniature husky. So he's super, super cute.
That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I'll post him. Perfect.
There we go. But thank you so much for chatting with me. It's been a blast. Anytime you want to come back and talk more, I would be happy to do that again.
Thank you. This has been great. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and I hope you have a good rest of the day and find some time to chill, or
I will go take a mindful minute for sure. Right
there
now
we go.
Step back into this house. Yeah.
I
hope you have an awesome day too, and take some of that sun in Texas and love it. Be appreciative of it.
There we go, and we'll then enjoy the rain for me.
Yeah, I'll try. All
right.
Oh, thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye.